Hello and welcome back to another Warcraft video. So today we're going to be in the Spires of Arak, taking a look at the Outposts. Now if you don't know what Outposts are, I'll just quickly go over this. And they're little buildings which will provide you a zone-wide buff in a particular zone, and in every zone you get to choose between two. In addition to that, after you build one and complete a short quest line, you will get an item which gives you a level 2 garrison blueprint. You can trade it in for whatever blueprint you want, which is pretty cool. So with all that said, let's go and build this one. Alright then, so he says some things, blah blah blah, and now the drafting table lights up. Yes, 4L Sponge! El Sponjo Grando is the best dude ever. Now we get two buildings here, the Stockton Brewery and the Smuggler's Den. I will show them both off on this video. I've got two characters to this stage to be able to show it to you. So first of all, I'd say we're just going to go with the Stockton Brewery. And we get a nice little cutscene, cinematic pan thingy that maybe is not particularly finished right now. Lovely. This is essentially, from what I can tell anyway, the level 2, maybe it's level 1, Lunarfall Inn. So it's just like the inn in your garrison. Now, you've got a bunch of characters in here. None of them really seem to do anything from what I can tell. So that's a thing. Now what this does do is it provides us with, like, rested XP, I believe, throughout the zone, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it doesn't really look like you're sleeping, but anyway, we will let that one slide. Also, very curious choice of pajamas. I mean, maybe what she's wearing could work, but come on, a full suit of armor. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. Anyway, so that is this building. Now, I do believe you should get another item from this. Maybe I get it after I talk to this lieutenant guy. So we'll talk to him and see what happens. And yes, we get home away from home. This is the ability, so you can teleport to this brewery every 5 minutes, which is, I suppose, rather handy when you need to, turn in any of these quests. And you also get a passive 20% increase, increased stats while you're in the Spires of Arak. So that's okay, but you know what? I think this is probably the least interesting garrison building, simply because it's not fun. It's not fun, it just gives you a teleport and some more XP. But where's the tank? Or the call to arms ability, or the cool, like, mage orbs that you can summon in Talador. Nah, this is just passive. Yawn. Anyway, so the good news is the next building is at least a little bit more different, so let's swap over to that character. Okay, so here we are on Drab Pasta, the monk. Not a monk, he's a rogue. I'm silly. Though, speaking of rogues, we are going to be doing something rather roguish this time. That was a really fucking professional segue, if I do say so myself. Yeah, we're going to get the Smuggling Den. This is really cool. It's essentially the, level 2 trading building from your garrison. So we'll build that. Hopefully we'll get another super pro cinematic. Yeah, great. Look at that rear wall. It's a nice rear wall. I will admit that. Anyway, so when we go in, we find, really not that much. Well, hang on. Actually, I'll head back, Head back to the commander dude, talk to him, blah blah blah. Okay, now we get our ability. So, the ability for this one is a smuggling run. I'll show you that in a bit. So first of all, this unlocks some wanted poster quests, which is pretty cool. It also unlocks Millie Osworth even, Oswald, who will give you a whole bunch of quests, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to show them to you though. You'll have to buy the expansion for that. And you can also access your command table. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure you can always access your command table. Yeah, I'll double check. I'm pretty sure you can access your command table at the inn, or at least that's a planned thing, because I'm 99% sure that all of these outposts are supposed to have accessible mission tables. The reason for that is because they don't want you having to go back all the way to your garrison every time you want to hand in missions. Anyway, let's look at the smuggling run. Now, this is a bit of a strange one, so we'll call this. And Honest Jim appears. Quite. So we'll talk to him, and he can give you some interesting items. These vary all the time, though. So the first one is Smuggle Tonic, which is just a cool health potion. He also gives us some fruit. And the Plume of Clarity? What? Clarity? Is that a word? Okay. That is a word. Huh. I probably just made an idiot of myself in front of the internet. Anyway, so this will increase your haste and your movement speed by 10% while in the Spires of Arak. Let's see what it feels like. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that feels great. No, it doesn't. Right, so this guy can actually sell some other things. I will what should I do? I'm either going to cut in just multiple iterations of me seeing what Honest Jim has to sell, or I'll cut in a picture of his loot table. I think that might be the more convenient option, though. So what do I think of this building? Well, as always, it's nice that they give you different quest lines. It means that no matter what, when you go through this on various characters, you are going to have a slightly different experience. However, this is a boring as hell buff, frankly, and I've looked at the other buffs, they're all pretty mundane. It's a mundane buff, and a vendor you can summon every 10 minutes. Doesn't affect your gameplay. You see, what I love about the other garrison outposts is that they give you effects which alter your gameplay in a significant manner. They give you a thing to break up the flow every 3 to 5 to 10 minutes. And that's great, whereas these don't do any of that. Now, I think one of the main items that this guy sells is a bag. I believe it's 28 slots. You'll be able to just see when I throw up the image. But yeah, it's like 28 slots for 2 grand, which is actually good. It's cheaper than a Royal Satchel. I don't know if it's I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the biggest kind of bag you'll get in WoD, and I, in fact, don't even know what the biggest amount of slots you can get is, but yeah, good old, Honest Jim will, give you, I know he probably won't give you an honest deal. He's probably a bit of a dick, but yeah, oh, he can also disappear, so generally I don't trust people who can just disappear into nothingness. Anyway, so that's it for the video. This is it's a bit mundane, frankly, if I'm honest. Far more mundane than the other outposts, which I actually, I do like them. I like the other outposts quite a lot. Though, actually, before we leave, just want to say, when the lighting is like this, the Spires of Arak truly is a really beautiful zone. I mean, just look at this stuff. Ah, so cool. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.